What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to your Small Biz Report for Tuesday, October the 5th, 2021. Please do me a favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, you can find me over on Twitter at Try Small Biz, username Small Biz Inc., where I'm, in fact, fighting nonstop to get you and your family the money that you deserve. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you might notice a bit of a different open. We are turning the page. We are getting off EIDL 24/7, 365, and we're going to talk about other things like small business, the stock market, the economy, and whatever the hell else I want to talk about. However, as I've said for the last 17 months, I ain't going anywhere. Actually, let me rephrase that. I ain't going fucking anywhere until it's 10 grand regardless of size, location, or credit score. $2 million loan caps, which starts October the 8th for those of you looking for a bigger loan, 24 months of working capital. My goodness, there are tons of people that are getting funded every single day. And yes, Big Ben fucking Cardin, who, by the way, happy birthday, Big Ben. It's Big Ben Cardin's birthday today. We wished him a very happy one on Twitter. We're going to work hand in glove along with his chief of staff, right? Yeah, you know who they are. You know that. You know who the hell, we don't edit around here, I'm talking about. So that this time next year, ladies and gentlemen, right before an election, you never pay the SBA a friggin' dime. All right, like I just said, I'm cutting out the fat. I'm no longer going to smack the desk at the beginning, but I'll smack it whenever I want to. I'm, of course, going to continue to swear like a drunken sailor, but we're going to get off about talking about EIDL nonstop 24/7 365. The reason why our views are way down is a lot of people have taken off. Over 80% of the channels checked out. So maybe some of them will come back. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of your Small Biz Report. I would anticipate I'm going to do at least 4 or 5 of these videos a week. I'd like to keep them under 10 minutes. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? So I'm going to cut all the fat. This is the only time I'm telling you about a different open. So if you're here with us today, I consider you to be an OG, and I'm going to fight like hell to help grow your small biz, because TrySmallBiz.com is, in fact, going to launch this month, and it will turn into a mobile app before the end of the year. All right, the Dow Jones Industrials was up 311 points today. The S&P 500 tacked on 45. And for all you techies out there, there was a huge jump in the QQQs. The NASDAQ was up 178 points. And might I revisit ANY, Allen Nancy Yellow. I recommended that stock a few weeks ago at 5.5 on this channel. It closed at 620, currently trading at 635 after hours. Why? Bitcoin blew through 50,000. It's 51,422 as we speak. So Bitcoin and crypto is back into bull mode. It's very typical for the October to December time of year. If you did not buy ANY, don't chase it. We got a major merger that's got to finalize this quarter with Gryphon, Gryphon. Buy it in the 5s. The trend line is 5.5. It's held beautifully. Some of you got it at 5 3/4 yesterday. It's pulled back a number of times. So one more time. Allen Nancy Yellow, which will be the largest carbon negative Bitcoin miner in the world by the end of this year, beginning of next. Buy it under $6 a share. Do not chase it up here at this price. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with respect to EIDL, is there any new news? No. As I've been pointing out on Twitter, they're fighting like hell. The Democrats, the Republicans. Are they ever going to call a fucking vote on the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill? Yes, in my opinion, sometime before Halloween. But are they ever going to pull the trigger on $3.5 trillion with respect to budget reconciliation? It's too big. They got to whittle it down. And like I told President Biden on Twitter the other day, I said, hey, send Air Force One to Atlanta, the ATL. Put me on there with a bottle of Dom and but that's all, folks, a can of Beluga, and I'll fly my ass to Washington, D.C., bring crazy Nancy Pelosi in with Darth Vader. That's Mitch McConnell's soul. If you're new, He has no soul. He's Darth Vader. He doesn't give a shit about Kentucky, his beautiful wife, or small business. When's the last time you ever heard Mitch McConnell say the words EIDL or SBA? Answer, never. He's uttered PPP once or twice, but I don't even think he knows what the fuck that means. He probably thinks it means it's time to go to the bathroom. But no, that's not the case, Mr. Mitch McConnell, aka Darth Vader. And while I'm on it, ladies and gentlemen, keeping this video well under 5 minutes, I'll leave you with a couple of idle pointers. As I said this morning, or was it last night on Twitter, I don't give a fuck what party you're from. We've had to block a shitload of people in the last couple of weeks because they can't handle the fact that I'm taking a swing at President Joe Biden. Well, if you were here 17 months ago, I ranked President Trump over the coals nonstop. Why? Because he appointed Javita Carranza, who capped the loans and rationed the grants, and that was a big fucking mistake. Neither one of those guys is perfect. They're both loaded up with all sorts of flaws. But when I see a president of the United States come in front of the camera repeatedly and say, oh, we're going to spend $3.5 trillion and it's not going to add one single penny to the national debt. That's a fucking lie. President Obama added more debt than any president in history prior to him. Trump added another $8 trillion. And here we have Biden trying to tell the American people, oh, we're never going to add one single penny to the national debt. That is a fucking lie. So, if you can't handle the truth, boy, are you in the wrong fucking channel. So go ahead and unfollow right now and get the fuck out of here and go hang out with some other snowflake. There's plenty of those on YouTube and Twitter, by the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still with me, got to say grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine. We'll get it straight. The best thing that you can do if you're still waiting or you're stuck, because we saw the beautiful Veronica from the SBA and Ryder over at Skip's video yesterday. You got an ACH problem? Do a reconsideration. PDC, Paul David Charlie, recons at SBA.gov. Hi, I've got an account with Chime. They bounced back my targeted idle advance. Here's my account number. I'm totally eligible because I lost 47% in 2020 relative to 19. It's very simple emails, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go on and on like War and Peace and vent because it's tempting as to why you've been waiting for 4 or 5 months. Just address the issue at hand. If it's an ACH problem, do a PDC recons at SBA.gov. Simply explain you're legit. You suffered X% loss as per the application that you filled out. Please go ahead and fund me my number that's due in such and such amount, the balance of 10 grand or the full amount. The best thing you can do in closing in well under 10 minutes, and I've said this countless times, get a hold of your senators, both of them, and your congressmen and women. Privacy release form. When you send them the email, that's the subject line. And you tell them in a few sentences the problem. Hey, I've been stuck in reconsideration now for 4 months. The SBA claims I should be out in no more than 3 months. Well, I haven't heard from anybody in 4 months. I need you to send me a privacy release form so you can reach out to the SBA on my behalf and briefly, in 1 or 2 sentences, tell them the problem. Don't go on and on and on and on and on because that just confuses people and or it pisses them off and they're a lot less likely to help you. But make sure you get both of your senators and a handful of your congressmen and women. That way they're poking the SBA from all angles. That will literally cut your wait times in half. So whether it's ACH, whether it's they screwed up your address and you're in a low-income community, do a screenshot of the purple zone on the low-income policy map. And yes, I'm still fighting nonstop. I reach out to every gosh darn chief of staff in the entire Senate and I say the following. I want 10 grand regardless of size, location, or credit score. Get rid of that fucking low-income policy map. Our restaurants need at least $50 billion of RRF. And how about another $50 billion of PPP for those small businesses, let's say 10 employees or less, who got screwed out of the money the first, second, or third time it was offered. So until next time, I hope you're enjoying our new format. In under 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get it straight. Always remember that I love each and every single one of you, and thank you so much for watching.